Hello, today we're going to talk about an old school deck, a budget deck that can also compete with decks that include Power 9, mostly thanks to hand disruption. At this point, you know I'm talking about Monoblack. First of all, we have Maze of Ith, an Urborg, a Strip Mine, and 4 Mishra's Factory. "17 Swamps, a Soul Ring, and 4 copies of Dark Ritual. Demonic Tutor, Mind Twist, Greed. 4 copies of Underworld Dreams, because this deck is meant to beat blue decks as much as possible. 3 copies of Sinkhole. You might want 4 copies, but there's no room and you need to trim something at some point. So it's either 4 copies of Order of the Ebon Hand and 3 copies of Sinkhole, or the other way around. Like this. Obviously we have 4 copies of Hypnotic Specter, 3 copies of Juggernaut, and 3 copies of Sengir Vampire. We also have 4 copies of Into Tourage and 2 copies of Oubliette. I like Oubliette better than Paralyze because it is more reliable. And I don't buy the old package with Paralyze, Sinkhole, and Royal Assassin. Also, we have a copy of Drain Life. You might want more than 1 copy, but these are 60 cards already, and sometimes it's hard to answer early threats like Juzam Djinn, Serra Angel, Suji. They are big, and Drain Life requires 7 to 6 mana. That's a lot. 5 or 6 of them have to be black, so that's not easy. Let's move to the sideboard. We have 3 copies of Gloom against white decks. We have 3 copies of Terror against non-black creature decks, mostly Sedge Troll, Serra Angel, Surrender Befried, Juzam Djinn. We have 2 copies of the Rack, which is extremely good in the mirror match and also against control decks. But against control deck, I like Underworld Dreams better. We have 1 copy of Hellfire against non-black creature decks, another copy of Greed, 3 copies of Navini Rolls Disc, which is extremely helpful against robots and Armageddon, another copy of Drain Life. You might want to play Mirror Universe in this lot, but this is a budget deck. And finally, 1 copy of Royal Assassin. Other options include the aforementioned Paralyze. Black Knight is a more defensive creature than Order of the Ebon Hand, but it doesn't beat Mishra's Factory. Ivory Tower, which is extremely nice with Greed. Death Grasp against green decks. Pestilence. Disrupting Scepter against control decks. Ashes to Ashes is a nice card for the main deck if you don't want to buy Oubliette. Gemdite Tome, more copies of Royal Assassin or the Rack, and Will-o'-the-Wisp. So this deck relies on the best card in old school, which is Mind Twist, or at least the most unfair, and the second best card, which is Demonic Tutor, that allows you to search your deck for Mind Twist, or anything you need really. Let me know what you think about this list in the comments, and thanks for watching. See you the next time.